Good morning. In the previous class, under National Seed Quality Regulatory Systems, we were discussed about that seed certification agencies. So, seed certification agency like Central Seed Certification Board and State Seed Certification Board and their functions and the member eligibility with reference to that Central Seed Certification Board. So all those items we were discussed in the previous class. So in continuation of that national seed quality regulatory systems, today we are going to discuss about that central seed testing laboratory and state seed testing laboratory, because these two laboratory play a major role with reference to analyze the quality of the seeds produced under the seed certification systems, and also that seed material received from the seed inspector in view of knowing the quality of seed sold in the market. Yeah, apart from that, they are also that state seed testing laboratory also receiving the sample from the producers. That materials also analyzed, that report also communicated to the producers, mainly that the producer using that results for preparing their seed material as a TFL. So for TFL label information purpose, they are getting that result from the STL. So in that angle, today we are going to discuss about that central as well as state seed laboratories. So before getting into that, I wanted to give you some milestones with reference to that seed quality regulatory systems of India. I already told you the year 1963, it's a beginning for the seed production program, particularly that the NSC was started March 1963. So 1963 and 64, it's considered to be a beginning of the seed certifications. So after that functioning of that NSC, that scientists of that India, they came to know that seed regulatory systems, and also they wanted to have a Pakka seed certification systems and seed quality analysis systems. So in view of that, 1966, the government of India also enacted that Seed Act. Then 1967, that the government of India, they formulated seed review teams in order to review the activities of the seed and seed related things. Then 1968, the enforcement of the Seed Act 1966 in a part, not in a full. Then 1969, that the entire Seed Act came into force. So 1969 onwards, that on the entire Seed Act that put it in actions. Then 1969, that is a very very important year with reference to that seed certification. So during that year only, we government of India, they published the minimum seed certification standard. So minimum seed certification standard is useful for certified seed production. Then 1971, again one more committee, that is a National Commission on Agriculture, that also set up by government of India to review that agriculture related activity. In that seed also they given major emphasis. Then 1972, setting up Central Seed Certification Board as per the section 8 of the Indian Seed Act. So 1972, that India started that Central Seed Certification Board. Then 1980, the publication of the Seed Certification Handbook. So 1985, publication of the Handbook of Cultivars, and 1988, publication of the second revised minimum seed certification standard. So the revision was took place in 1988 with reference to that seed certification standard. 1993, publication of Handbook of Seed Testing. So 1993 only we are thinking of that seed testing, and a major importance was started given. So 1993, publication of the Handbook of Seed Testing. Then 1995, publication of National Catalog Varieties of Notified and Denotified, and Section 5 of the Seed Act 1966. So the national level catalog was created and published. 1997, publication of Compendium Proceedings of Central Subcommittee on Crop Standard Notification and Release of Varieties in 2 volumes, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So these are the milestones with reference to that seed quality regulation related aspects, particularly that seed certification related aspects. So with that introduction, I wanted to give you some information regarding that Central Seed Testing Laboratory first. Then I will move to that state seed testing laboratory. So in that Seed Act itself, we were discussed Section 4 of Indian Seed Act, that is mainly give a provision for establishment of the Central Seed Testing Laboratory. So as per section number 4 of Indian Seed Act, Government of India, they established Central Seed Testing Laboratory, and that Seed Rule 1968 that detailed the functions of the Central Seed Testing Laboratory in part 3 and rule number 5. So as per rule number 5, so the following functions are assigned to the Central Seed Laboratory. The first and foremost function is the ensuring the coordinations among the state seed laboratories, mainly for the purpose of achieving uniformity in test results. So that is very, very important. That is the main motto, because that seed also produced from one state is moving to the other state, so that interstate movement also there. So at the time there should be a uniformity with reference to that test results. So for that purpose, that the Central Seed Testing Laboratory, they have to establish coordination among the state seed laboratory. Other than that the Central Seed Laboratory also responsible for collection of data on quality of seeds available in the market. So they have to collect the material from the selling point. That material should be subjected to that seed quality analysis. So by that way, they have to collect the data regarding that quality of seed sold in the market. So that also a assigned function to the Central Seed Laboratory as per rule number 5 of the Seed Rule 1968. Then other than that, whatever that work now and then assigned by the government, that Central Seed Test Laboratory, they have to carry out that work. So these are all the things are available in the rule number 5. So based on that provisions available in the Seed Act section number 8, initially that seed testing laboratory available in the NSC, National Seed Corporation, is declared as a Central Seed Testing Laboratory. Then later that Division of Botany, IRA, is declared as a Central Testing Laboratory. After that, in the year 1970s, that Seed Science and Technology Laboratory of Division of Seed Science and Technology, IRA, served as a Central Seed Testing Laboratory. From the year 2007 onwards, that NSRDC, National Seed Research and Training Center, located at Varanasi, serving as one of the Central Seed Testing Laboratory. Other than this, in India, we have another Central Seed Testing Laboratory that is located in Central Institute of Cotton Research. So it's ICR institutions located in Nagpur, that also serving as a Central Seed Testing Laboratory, mainly for testing the quality of the GMO crops, particularly that PT cotton. So this is a Central Seed Testing Laboratory exclusively for that testing of the GMO crop seeds. And then prime objective of establishment of that NSRDC, National Seed Research and Training Center, Varanasi, is to have a separate National Seed Quality Control Laboratory. So mainly for the purpose of having separate National Seed Quality Control Laboratory, that NSRDC was created. And later that is declared as a Central Seed Testing Laboratory with the effect from 1st April 2007 by official Gazette notifications. So from 1st April 2007 onwards, NSRDC serving as a Central Seed Testing Laboratory. So as per that Seed Act and Seed Rule, that is CSTL, they have to work for achieving the uniformity in seed testing. Apart from serving as a seed testing, that NSRDC serving as a referral laboratory with reference to court referred sample. So if at all any problem arises, if at all anybody they wanted to challenge the result given by the state seed testing laboratory, they can approach the court as per the section number 11 of the Seed Act 1966. If anybody go for appeal, at the time that sample will be sent to that CSTL. So whatever the results given by the CSTL, that will be the final. So based on that, the decision will be taken by the court. So in that angle, that Central Seed Testing Laboratory of NSRDC serving as a referral laboratory for court referred seed sample. And also that NSRDC also a member of the ISTA, it's a member laboratory, but they appeared for that getting accreditation, but in the flow efficiency test they failed. Because of that, they are not yet become a member of that ISTA. So in due course of time, they will get that membership also, that ISTA accreditation also. As on date, that NSRDC is a member laboratory of the International Seed Testing Associations, and CSTL, that is Central Seed Testing Laboratory, also monitor the market seeds. So they periodically they will take the sample. That sample will be subjected to that analysis. By that way, they are analyzing the quality of the seed sold in the market also. Then apart from that, Central Seed Testing Laboratory also receive 5% of the sample from seed producing organizations all over the country, mainly to know the quality of the seed sold in the market. Other than that, all the state seed laboratory also they have to send 5% of the sample along with their test results. Every year they have to send 5% of the sample along with the test results. So immediately after receipt of that particular sample along with the results, that material will be subjected to the seed quality analysis in the Central Seed Testing Laboratory. The result of CSTL will be compared with the state seed laboratory. So by that way, they are assessing the efficiency of the testing done by the state seed testing laboratory. So it's a kind of a corrective measures, and also they are trying to ensure that uniformity. So that angle this also a useful one. So other than this, the CSTL also acting as a nodal center for coordinating the activity of the seed quality control programs on behalf of the Government of India. So on behalf of Government of India, that the Central Seed Testing Laboratory act as a nodal center for coordinating the activity of the seed quality control. So these are all the things with reference to that Central Seed Testing Laboratory. I already told you that the Central Seed Testing Laboratory is located in Varanasi, that is NSRDC. Other than that NSRDC, as far as that role of that NSRDC is concerned, apart from serving as a Central Seed Testing Laboratory, that also serving as a center for offering a training to the technical person involved in the seed testing operations. They are also offering a training, and also they are doing some research on seed related things. Apart from that, NSRDC also one of the identified center for DUS characterization of the material received for registration under PPVFRA. So for registering the material under PPVFRA, that DUS characterization is very important. That is distinctness, uniformity, stability characterization need to be submitted. So for that purpose, that PPVFRA they identified so many centers for DUS characterization. That NSRDC also one of the center with reference to that DUS characterization under PPVFRA programs. So NSRDC is allotted with 12.51 hectares of land. Out of 12.51 hectares of land, 2.5 hectares of land under the building, mainly office building is there. So remaining lands are allotted for the purpose of conducting GOT test. So for that purpose they established that greenhouse, polyhouse facilities, everything is created. So these are all the things with reference to that NSRDC other than that CSTL functions. So these are staffing positions, staff strength with reference to that NSRDC in the topmost authority, that is head of the institution is a director, 1 number, other than director 1 chief seed analyst, then 1 seed processing engineer, 3 seed technologists, and 2 senior seed analysts, and 5 number of junior seed analysts. So these are all the technical person. Remaining of them are office staff. So totally total staff strength is 23 in number. So this is all the matter with reference to that NSRDC as well as that CSTL. So based on our discussion, so we have 2 CSTL. One is NSRDC, that is a Central Seed Testing Laboratory, serving as a Central Seed Testing Laboratory for all the crops except that GMO crops. For GMO crops, that Cotton Research Institute located in the Nagpur, serving as a Central Seed Testing Laboratory. And then the next one is a State Seed Laboratory. So that State Seed Laboratory also created in all the states as per the provisions available in the section number 4 of the Seed Act. So based on that provisions, the state government may by notification in the official gazette or establish one or more state seed laboratory or declare any seed laboratory as a state seed laboratory, where analysis of the seeds of any notified kind or variety shall be carried out by seed analysis under this act. So each and every states, based on that provisions, they can have a more number of state seed laboratory for the purpose of analyzing the quality of the notified kind or variety. So as on date, 143 number of state seed laboratories are available. Out of that, more number of laboratories are available only in Tamil Nadu. I think it's somewhere around 43, but I couldn't remember that exact number. So that is somewhere in between 43 numbers. So in all the laboratory that state government, they are empowered to appoint a person as seed analysis. So the seed analysis alone empowered to do that seed analysis. So that prescribed qualification for seed analyst also a graduate of the agriculture with prescribed year of experience in the seed science and technology. That also a mandatory. So that as per that rule number 21 of seed rule, that give the various duties of the seed analysis. So whatever the duties assigned in this particular rule, they have to stick on that. So as a seed analysis in the seed testing laboratory, immediately after receipt of the seed sample for seed quality analysis purpose, they have to ascertain the mark and the seal or fashioning as provided in the class B of subsection 1 of section 15 or intact, and shall note the condition of the seals thereon. So that is very important. So they have to receive that material in intact manner. If at all any damage, if at all anything is not followed as per that above that rules means, that should be reported. So that is very important. Then that the subclass 2 that give information regarding that analyze a sample according to the provisions of the act and rules. Then section the subclass 3 that give the information regarding that how many days they can take for giving reports. So the seed analysis shall deliver the copy of the report of the results of the analysis to the person specified in subsection 1 and section 16. And then fourth subclass that give the information regarding that the seed analysis shall from time to time they have to forward the report to the state government giving result of analytical work done by him or her. So that also, so periodically they have to send a report regarding their analytical work done by him. So that is a thing. So that in this particular rule 21, the government of India, they also made an amendment and they substituted that subclass 2 and 3 with the following. So the original subclass 2, that seed analysis shall analyze a sample according to the provisions of the act and rule. That is there. Instead of that provisions available in the act and rule, through amendment they revise this one. So they have to analyze a sample in accordance with the procedures laid down in the seed testing manual published by the Indian Council of Agricultural Research as amendment time to time. So based on the seed testing manual published by the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, they have to, so that substitutions they made it. Similarly, that subclass 3 also some substitution they made it. So in that originally the subclass 3 that contained the seed analysis, I'll deliver the copy of the report of the results of the analysis to the person specified in subsection 1 of section 16, like that is there. Instead of that, in the through revisions they substituted these lines. The seed analysis shall deliver in form 7 a copy of the report of the results analysis to the person specified in subsection 1 of the section 16 as soon as may be, but not later than 30 days from the date of receipt of the sample sent by the seed inspector under subsection 2 of the section 15. So not later than 30 days. So within 30 days that seed analysis they have to send the analysis report. So these are all the substitution they made it. So based on that rules 21 available in the seed rule, the seed analysis they have to execute their work and they have to analyze that mandate seed quality like physical purity, moisture content and germinations. So that is a mandatory. In some of the crops that GOT is the mandatory. For GOT purpose in Tamil Nadu, and that agriculture department they have a separate form that is in Coimbatore Kannambalayam. There that GOT farm is there. There we have to send the sample. There that seed quality with reference to that genetic purity will be analyzed. So for that purpose also we have to make a payment of rupees 200. So we will get all the results. So then we can go for that packing and labeling and tagging. So these are all the functions with reference to that state seed testing laboratory. So that we are completing that functions of the central seed testing laboratory and the state seed laboratories. Apart from these two, some of our laboratory also got ISTA accreditations. So as far as the ISTA accredited laboratory in the worldwide is concerned, so totally 137 number of laboratories are accredited, and 225 labs are member laboratory of the ISTA. Out of 137 accredited laboratory in India, we are having 6 accredited laboratory. Similarly, that in India we have a 15 members laboratory. Out of 6 accredited laboratory, only one laboratory, that is that laboratory seed testing laboratory located in Department of Seed Certification, Tamil Nadu alone, public sector laboratory having that ISTA accreditations. Remaining 5 of them are private sector laboratory. So this kind of laboratory is also available. So by the way of testing our seed material in the ISTA accredited laboratory, we can also sell our produce to other countries. So these are all some advantage of that ISTA accreditations. So these are all the agencies with reference to seed quality regulatory systems. So with the help of that seed certification agency and seed testing laboratory, we are regulating the quality of the seed sold in the market. We are also ensuring the quality of the seed sold in the market. So with that we are completing this one. If you have any queries regarding this, you can post your queries in the Google Classrooms or through mail. I can ready to clarify your doubt. Thank you very much.